Why is there suddenly an extra seat beside mine? Today, upon reaching my classroom, I, Minato Karatani, noticed a desk next to mine that wasn't there before. Due to there being an odd number of students in my class, the owner of the coveted single seat by the window in the last row was decided by class lottery. I was having the space to myself. But this extra desk means... Don't tell me it's a transfer student! At this time of year? What kind of person transfers in just before summer vacation? Have you heard the rumors though? Apparently it's gonna be a super cute girl! The boys in the class were all worked up in a frenzy of anticipation, while the girls observed the commotion coldly. Whoever it is she really cute enough to be worth all this excitement? I'm going to temper my expectations. This way, I won't be disappointed if she doesn't turn out to be as pretty as they say. And the new girl probably doesn't want to be put on a pedestal before she even arrives anyway. Before we start homeroom, there's a new transfer student joining us.
I'm Ai Kuraki, and I'll be joining this class for the rest of the year. It's nice to meet all of you.
Wow, she's cute. She has a petite but well-proportioned figure with a gentle air about her. Most importantly, those captivating eyes and that chest, she has so much potential. She looks like someone who stepped straight out of a RomCom manga. Save your questions for break time, and please, try not to scare our new girl on the first day. Kuraki will be sitting beside that lonely guy at the back over there. Sir, you're making me look bad. The classroom burst into laughter. I'll make all of you regret this. I'll tell her all sorts of embarrassing stuff about you guys.
You're Minato, right?
How do you know my name?
So I'm right. I can't believe we finally met again, Minato.
Her hand's soft. Wait, why is she holding my hand? And she's crying? Did I do something wrong? Minato! How dare you make our angel cry? Since when did she become your angel? I was immediately attacked by protests and glares from the boys. Oh, hold on a moment. Kuraki, let me go!
Why? You're not happy to see me again?
Again? Have I met you before? Think. There's no way a beauty like her would lie about this! I'm the one being weird right now! Or maybe the world's just playing a prank on me. Okay, Kuraki, Oh! Could it be in kindergarten?
You finally remembered. I was so worried you had forgotten everything.
Sorry, but you look nothing like you did as a child. I mean, she grew so much, especially... No, not going there!
Now we can get married, right?
What? Wait, I can't keep up. Marry? You? And me?
Look, I still have the marriage agreement we made back then. Brings back so many good memories, right?
Even though it had been so many years, the piece of paper that Kuraki showed me was spotless, without a single blemish. And our names were written right there, in childish handwriting. Now that I see it, I can recall agreeing to marry her. But I only thought of it as part of playing house. I didn't even truly understand what marriage actually was back then. The beautiful transfer student is proposing to Minato? What did he do in his past life to deserve this? Anyway, Minato, it looks like you're now public enemy number 1. I let out a shriek of agony in my soul. And the stares of jealousy from the boys, actually hatred, seems more fitting. If looks could kill... But I mean, I get it. everyone was betting on the slim possibility of the pretty new girl falling for them and dating them. I pretended not to care, but I thought about it a little too. But you know, isn't marriage going way too far? Alright, that's enough. Quiet down now, or I'm giving all of you a D. During lunch break, both the boys and girls flocked over to Kuraki's desk. Treated as an obstacle in their path, I was forced to get out of their way and ended up taking refuge in the toilet. Why are they doing this to me? It's because of what happened in the morning, right? I get it already. But still, to think that Kuraki grew up to be so gorgeous. Kuraki used to be my neighbor, and she was the same age as me. It was only natural we became friends. She was really quiet back then, and rarely ever left my side in school. One day, I don't know where she learned it, but she suddenly started making a marriage registration form on construction paper. I filled my name in with the only letters I knew how to write without fully understanding what I was doing. Thinking back now, it was pretty funny. A reunion with a long-lost childhood friend who's liked me for all these years? And she's gorgeous enough to be an idol? Who wrote this RomCom? To be honest, she's my type too. Raven black hair cut in a short bob and a soft-spoken demeanor. I'm sure the reason she talked to me so intimately was because she considers me a close childhood friend. Whatever. Let's just go with the flow. I don't see the love story going any further than this, but I guess I don't mind going along with her for now. There's probably no guy out there who would dislike having a cute girl come onto them.
Hiraki, what you said this morning about marrying Karatani. I wasn't joking. He's the only guy I've liked for all these years after all. How dedicated. I'm rooting for you too. Thank you. This is kind of embarrassing, huh?
What is the situation? Kuraki declared her feelings for me in front of everyone and made allies out of all the girls. With bended knee and blank stares, the guys could only stew in defeated silence. Truly heaven and hell in one room.
Oh, Minato!
Yeah, I give that smile 1,000,000 points. The girls surrounding her immediately opened up a path to let me through. Most likely, with the threat of a girl as pretty as Kuraki liking the same guy as them now gone, they were feeling a lot friendlier towards her. To be able to hold their true feelings in and not let anything show on their face, girls really can't be underestimated.
You were shocked at the sudden proposal, right? If that's the case, I was wondering if we could ease into it by going out first. What do you think?
Logically, the very first step would be starting as friends, right, Kuraki?
But we're already childhood friends, aren't we? And don't you call me I just like old times? Hearing you call me Kuraki makes me kind of sad.
But that was years ago. Now we're... how should I put this?
Or do you hate me now, Minato?
She looked like she was about to cry. The people around us pierced me to pieces with their glares. She's already managed to get everyone on her side. It's impossible for me to hate you, Kuraki. You're my... you're my precious childhood friend.
Your precious childhood friend that you forgot about.
I sincerely apologize for that part. This might sound like an excuse, but who on earth would recognize their childhood friend who moved away when they were still children and came back a busty, black-haired beauty? To make matters worse, she came at me right after we met again with a marriage agreement handwritten on construction paper.
If you're really sorry, let's get married.
Well, in the first place, isn't it illegal for people our age?
You finally realized. Then can I come over to your house after school today? It's been such a long time, and I have so many things I need to tell you.
Sure, but Mom and Dad will be surprised to see you again. I don't think they'd recognize you either.
It's been 7 years after all. You're so tall now, too. I remember we were about the same height in kindergarten.
She's patting my head. I could get used to this. Am I a guy who likes being pampered?
I'm going to go home with you. This feels like a dream.
I promise it's not a dream. And anyway, all we're doing is walking.
Want to link arms or something then?
No, thank you. I don't want to get stared at anymore. Plus, if we did link arms, what lengths would I have to go to avoid touching her chest accidentally?
So if we're dating, you would link arms with me?
That's a different topic entirely.
You keep refusing to go along with me. When did you become so cold?
I mean, about us dating. I'd like some time to think about it properly first.
I didn't know you were being considerate of me. I'm glad.
That's not completely wrong, I guess. I have to protect my childhood friend, after all.
I'd rather you protect me as your girlfriend, though. I have to claim you as mine before anybody else does.
I see she's gotten a lot more cunning over the years, too. My hand's been empty for a whole 16 years, so I don't think you need to worry.
Not anymore. It isn't.
I like this, but I'm also worried. We're here.
Wow, the house hasn't changed at all. It's such a hit of nostalgia.
It's the first time you're seeing it in 7 years, after all. Come on, let's go in. I'm home!
Welcome back. Oh my, your eye, right? You got so big. Make yourself at home.
That's it?
I already knew she would be transferring over. Sorry, Minato. I asked my auntie not to tell you so I could give you a surprise.
So I was the only one who didn't know she was transferring to my school? I mean, I was definitely surprised, but I can't help but feel left out.
Your room has such a masculine vibe to it.
I'm just glad it isn't messy right now.
You keep it cleaner than I expected, though maybe there's things you don't want me to see hidden away somewhere.
No, not at all.
You sound kind of fishy, you know. I heard that all high school boys have at least 1 or 2 of those.
Don't even try. You're not getting anything out of me.
Well, I'll take you at your word then.
I guess even I knows when something's a lost cause. And then she sat down on my bed.
Why have you gotten all stiff? Oh, is it because I'm sitting on your bed? It's okay to sit beside me, you know?
This is still my room, right?
I'm just at ease here because this place is familiar to me. It's not like I'll attack you or something if you come a little closer.
Hearing you say that puts me more on guard, though. But isn't I supposed to be the wary one here?
Minato, why are you sitting so far away?
I think it's an appropriate distance for us childhood friends.
But not for a couple.
We're not dating yet.
Huh? But it's only a matter of time until you say yes, and you know it.
But I haven't done the mental preparation. Can't we just talk first?
Even so, I feel lonely over here, so I'll move a little closer to you.
A little too close, don't you think? Her skin's so smooth and her lashes are so long, and when I see her eyes peeking up at me through these long and thick lashes, her arm feels so soft pressed against mine, and there's kind of a sweet smell coming from her.
Yeah, being next to you calms me down.
Do I give off negative ions or something?
Better. Menatonium gives me the ultimate boost of serotonin.
I hope I don't smell weird. She kind of has a slightly erotic expression on her face. Is this really okay?
I bet I would fall asleep right away if I laid on your lap.
I guess I don't mind.
Really? Then I'll take you up on that.
Oh, she's seriously going to do it? It actually feels sort of heavy, but not in a bad way. Her hair tickles too.
Your thighs aren't as soft as they look, huh?
What else do you expect from a man's thighs? Want to grab a pillow or something?
No need. This is fine.
Don't go falling asleep for real, okay? That would be troublesome. Our houses aren't next to each other anymore.
I have you to walk me home.
Easy for you to say, though it's definitely better than you walking home alone in the dark. Wait, how late are you planning to stay? Sure, the summer sun stays out longer, but I'd like her to go home earlier if possible. It's not that I hate this, I'm simply worried about her going home too late.
Minato, I'm really glad I got to meet you again. So would you please go out with me?
That has nothing to do with what we were discussing.
Saying no again, huh? You really are difficult, even though I'm so defenseless right now.
I'm the one trying to fend you off, you know.
In that case, it's your turn to attack.
Be careful what you wish for.
Is your heart racing right now?
I'd be lying if I said no.
What a roundabout way of saying it. I like it more when you're being straightforward.
How is she acting so relaxed? Am I the only one nervous right now? Is it because I've never had a girlfriend before? Oh, no one understands the tears of a guy who, every time he talks to a girl and thinks it's going good, the girl's already friend-zoning him in their minds. All that aside, it's frustrating how she has me in the palm of her hand. Forgivable under the circumstances, you might think, but this is a matter of my masculine dignity!
So why don't you try dating me a little?
If I date you a little, it would still be dating.
Busted!
Since then, I had only gotten more persistent and creative in asking me out. She came over to my place in the morning so we could walk to school together, which I never agreed to doing. Plus, we still sat next to each other at school. We've already been given the title of the most lovey-dovey couple in class. And although there are people who tease us for it, none of them want to come between us. Except for a few brave, or should I say stupid, beings, whether they knew about us or not, who decided to try their luck. Of course their hopes were shattered right away. And this was my new reality. Before I knew it, it had been a month. I and I were still not together.
It's already been a month, huh?
Since you transferred over, yeah.
Isn't it about time you stop procrastinating? It's a futile effort, you know.
Hey, I'll have you know, it's a pretty important decision.
Does that mean I'm really important to you too?
Well, I guess you're not wrong. What's throwing me off is all your talk of marriage. To be honest, I can't imagine it. We're still high school students living off of our parents. It's practically ingrained in me that marriage is an adult thing. And I have enough self-awareness to know that I'm not mature enough yet.
I was talking about our future. Even I realize how ridiculous it is to get married while still in high school. Although I'm not against it if we happen to strike the lottery. If you know what I mean.
Then why shove that marriage agreement in my face on that very first day?
Because I thought it'd make more of an impression.
That it definitely did. I just wish she had chosen a more appropriate time and place. I was vilified by all the guys in class for a while because of that. What they did to me during PE? I don't even want to remember it.
But I think there's some things you won't understand until we date.
Like?
Things like how much I actually like you. If I didn't have you in kindergarten, I don't think I'd be who I am today either.
That's an exaggeration.
I was really lonely after we moved. I had a hard time. But I worked hard on myself because I wanted to show you a better me when we finally saw each other again.
Well, You succeeded.
Then praise me, pat my head, hug me, and once all that is done, we can start going out.
And there it is again. I guess patting your head is fine.
No hug?
Don't you think that's a little too much?
There's nothing to worry about if it's you, Minato.
You should at least worry a little, was the thought in my head. She's too defenseless, which is triggering my protective instincts. I keep feeling like I can't take my eyes off of her. If this is one of her strategies, I've fallen right for it. I've done some thinking over the past month about what exactly I feel towards you.
And have you arrived at a conclusion?
The main image I had of you back when we were kids was that you were shy and withdrawn. But I also remember you being really kind and having an adorable smile.
Hearing that from you now is kind of embarrassing.
You've grown up into a completely different person. You're so energetic, strong-willed, and you aren't scared of anything. You've also gotten sneakier. That's why I was hesitating.
Because I became an eye karaki that you don't recognize anymore.
Yeah, I think so. I was also jealous because you're so attractive to boys now. It felt like my childhood friend, Ai Kuraki, the person who only I knew, was gone. No one likes jealousy. Even more so when it's directed at a girl who doesn't belong to anyone but herself. Yet I beamed happily at me.
Does that mean you're interested in me as I am now?
That's how it turned out in the end.
You have to say more clearly if you want me to understand.
She just wants to hear it, huh? But still, she's right. I like you, Ai. Not as a childhood friend, but as a woman. So...
Okay, let's date. We can start dating right now. Great, it's decided!
It wasn't easy to come to a decision, so can't you let me have my moment?
Sorry, I was so excited I couldn't help myself.
How could I ever hate her when I see that smile? On the contrary, I like her way too much.
It took so long to get here. You seem so unaffected. I was wondering if your heart was made of stone. Even though a pretty girl like me kept telling you she liked you.
I just needed time to get used to it, so can you please let it go now?
I'll drop it if you hug me as tight as you can.
She's already holding her arms out. I guess I have no choice. Like this?
Sorry, I can't talk because I feel like my heart is about to burst.
I could feel the heat of her face right next to mine. If you were going to get embarrassed, you shouldn't have asked for a hug.
I thought I would hold up better than this.
I'm guessing this isn't the last time this will happen.
I'm happy about it either way. You're not?
How could I not be happy? But I can't say that out loud.
You're turning red too. It's cute.
You're cute.
How cute?
The cutest in the entire world.
Yay!
And just like that, I started dating Ai, somehow with the support of everyone around us. There were some whispered comments about me being hot and cold at the beginning, but we stayed a couple all throughout high school and university. We went out on dates during the weekends and holidays, taking on life together as a pair.
The day had finally come for us to fill in our real marriage registration certificate, huh?
It's not like we could submit a piece of construction paper.
That's fine, though. It's a great souvenir for our shared history.
I hope we can live happily together from now on.
You don't have to worry. I enjoy every moment I spend with you, Minato, no matter what happens. So of course we'll always be super happy.